Our lives are truly 10% what befalls us and 90% how we react to it, how we respond to the tough spots we end up in is the thing that has a significant effect in our lives. Once upon a time, there was this young lady who was whining to her father. She just had many issues, many battles. She had such countless issues. Every time one issue finished, the following issue began. And she didn't have the slightest idea how she planned to go on. So her dad, who is a government specialist, a cook, chosen to take his girl to the kitchen. He set 3 pots onto the oven and turned the fire on to allow the water to bubble. He at that point places in potatoes in a single pot, eggs in the other pot, and espresso beans in third pot. He at that point allows them to sit and bubble without saying a word to his girl. The girl got baffled and eagerly paused. She was pondering, what the hell is he doing? After around 30 minutes, the father kills the fire. He puts the potatoes in one pot. He places the egg into another pot. And afterward, he scoops out the espresso and places it into another bowl. Going to his little girl, he inquires, what could it be that you see? His girl reacts confounded. Potatoes, eggs, and espresso. What else? Look closer, he says also. Really feel what it is that you see. So the girl doesn't. She contacts the potatoes and says, well, the potatoes are delicately soft. So do exactly the same thing with the eggs. This time, the father says. So the girl tunes in, takes one egg out of it, strips its back, and sees that the egg is hard. At long last, he requests that she taste the espresso coffee. Its rich fragrance carries a grin to her face. He at that point clarifies that the potatoes, the eggs, and the espresso beans were confronted a similar misfortune. That bubbling water, the potato was hard and unwavering. When it was placed in serious trouble, it turned out to be delicate and frail. The egg was delicate. It had a little slim layer securing it outwardly. When you put it in steaming hot water, it turned out to be hard and solid. Something interesting was about the espresso beans. At the point when the espresso beans entered the water, something else occurred. Rather than allowing the water to change the beans changed the water. So the dad asked his little girl, which one are you? At the point when misfortune comes tumbling on your entryway, are you the potato, the eggs, or the espresso beans? What I love about this story is that it goes to show it truly doesn't make any difference what is occurring outwardly. It is what is within that matters. We may not be a potato or an egg or espresso beans. However, we as a whole wind up in steaming hot water every once in a while. For example, in our families, do we feel like we are not as close with our family as we ought to be? Are we sitting tight for another person to take care of that? Or are we proactively being the change that is required to bring our family closer? Or inside our workplace, a ton of us aren't content with the way that things are organized, or our status at work. Are we sitting tight for another person to stand up and say something? Or are we being the change that is required in the workplace. Periodically, we are lounging around, pausing for others to get things done, to make change, and whining about the conditions we are in. Maybe than being the change that is required to adjust our conditions, we as a whole know individuals that fought everything and everybody for the conditions they are in. They have terrible individuals in their lives, or the circumstance wasn't right, or the terrible economy is the thing that made them fizzle. They invest more energy gripping about their circumstances, at that point really attempting to change the conditions they are in. In any case, the contrast between effective individuals and fruitless individuals is not that effective individuals try not to wind up in steaming hot water occasionally. It is that effective individuals change the water, maybe at that point letting the water transform them. If you like this clip, please share to your contacts and subscribe for more videos. Thank you.